Hi, and welcome to the coding curriculum. Thanks to you, Perez successfully manages to break out of the dentist's lair. But just when he thinks he's home free, he walks straight into the evil dentist. Perez would like to run, but he happens to know that the dentist is a master of Pai Fu and there is no way Perez can beat him. He notices a bunch of chemicals on the side and decides to mix them to create a smokescreen. He remembers from his good old days in chemistry how to make smoke. Using 3 units of potassium nitrate, 2 units of sugar, and 1 unit of baking soda, 6 units of smoke will be made, and Perez knows that with this magical formula, he will need 48 units of smoke to create a thick screen of smoke that will help him to escape. However, there is a risk involved. Making too much smoke might suffocate poor Perez, but too little smoke won't help him escape at all. He also has to use the correct measurements to ensure the correct ratio of these 3 things mixed together. Help Perez to create a ratio checker so that the exact units are used and Perez will be able to escape successfully. By now, you should be feeling fairly confident about the idea of writing programs to help Perez, but here are a few clues just to help you on your way. If you want to know whether values satisfy a ratio, you start by adding up all the numbers in the ratio. This gives you how many individual parts make it up. So if I have, let's say, a bag of red sweets and blue sweets in a ratio of 5 to 7, I add 5 to 7 to get 12 parts. I then see how those parts are grouped. This ratio tells me then that 5 out of 12 parts will be red and 7 out of 12 parts will be blue. So if I know that my bag has 48 sweets, I can multiply 48 by 5/12 to get me 20 red sweets and multiply 48 by 7/12 to get me 28 blue sweets. You can use this information to write a ratio checking function. Once you've done that, you can help Perez by writing a program that tells him exactly how much of everything he needs to make 48 units. You'll do this using nested for loops that test all combinations within a given range. I'll show you what I mean. Have you ever forgotten the combination to a locked padlock? Well, the most systematic way to open the lock of, say, a 2-digit code is to start with both digits at 0. You then move the rightmost digit up 1 and see if that does the trick. If you get to 9 and the lock still hasn't opened, you reset the right digit to 0, move the digit to the left of it up by 1, and then repeat the business you did with all digits to the right. If you keep doing this, you'll eventually exhaust all combinations, and one of those combinations has to be right. The same principle can be applied to a 3-digit padlock, or any situation where you have to check all possibilities for the right answer. This will take a very long time if done by a human, but with a computer it's easy, whether it's 2, 3, or 10 different things that need to be checked against each other. When you use a for loop inside a for loop inside a for loop, etc., etc., it's actually really easy to exhaust tens or even hundreds of possibilities. This can be extrapolated to letters as well as numbers, and can be used to overcome problems that require you to check many values, so remember that programming tip. I hope this has given you enough of a hint to start your program. Ratio and proportionality are very important topics, and it'll help you to know about them in your day-to-day life. Computer scientists and programmers need to know about them too. For instance, imagine you're making an app. A lot of screens have a ratio of 16 to 9, but can be different sizes, from a large flat-screen TV to a pocket-sized smartphone. If a programmer wants to make an app that will fit many screens, he has to take this into account. He could probably use a ratio checker himself so that he knows what dimensions to design his app for. This is the end of the last video. I hope that over the course of Perez's journey, you've learned about the importance of programming, how much we all rely on it, and just how fun it can be. Good luck writing your ratio checker. Hopefully you can get Perez out of trouble. And I wish you all the best in your coding career. Remember, programming is something that develops both your logic and your creativity. It's an invaluable skill that makes you stand out from the crowd and allows you to do practically anything you put your mind to. So whatever path you choose for yourself in life, do keep coding. Thank you for watching.